Hey, it's Iron Gone, and this is not Cube World. Excuse me. This is it looks like a Cube World if you ever played that. This is Trove by Tryon Worlds. Same guys who have Rift out currently. They have Arcade out currently. And yes, if you have played Cube World, you'll notice that it looks a lot similar to this. They're both voxel-based games. This is a little bit better in the fact that it's actually being actively updated. While if you have been following the news on Cube World at all over the past couple of years, he updates maybe once every 6 months, and it's still not complete. Anyway, different games. They look similar, but they really are different games. This is kind of it's a free-to-play, action-y RPG. Honestly, I think the best thing to do is just jump in. So we're in like a hub world right now. I just picked a new class. This is a Fey Trickster class, so that I was back at level 1 and I could just showcase things to you. So I'm going to jump through this adventure portal, which puts us in a world ideal for levels 1 to 3, as it says there. We're going to see it load up. And I am recording at 30 FPS, so it looks like I have capped my game there. I would normally record at 60, but for some reason this game doesn't like my SLI, so it's not recording at 60 very well. So here we are in a new adventure world. There are monsters and quests to do. Looks like I'm just going to head south here while I explain some things. Combat's pretty simple. Left click is like a normal attack. Right click is typically an ability. This character has a teleport, which leaves behind a decoy. And then number 1 and number 2, I still haven't unlocked those abilities since I'm a new player. Now, this is combat mode where you kind of, fight. And then I believe with tab, you go into build mode where you can mine by holding the right click. And left click will let you place blocks. And you can see my block selections are now down where my bar is. So I'm just going to mine this stuff because it's not really valuable, but somewhat valuable. And then back to combat mode. Typically in these adventure worlds that I'm in right now, you spend your time fighting monsters and doing quests, which may be just kill quests or reach the end of an area kind of quest. And then you can also mine and gather. There's for lots of crafting. Alright, so let's try teleporting. Okay, I see. So we're going to distract him with that, and then we're going to just kind of plink away at him. It's an interesting way to do it. Don't mind that. There is building in this game, obviously. Kind of similar to Minecraft. The key here is that you can build your house and then kind of move it with you. There are spots in the game that are called cornerstones. They're fairly common, and you can walk up to a cornerstone and press E, and your house will just kind of appear there. So you can kind of have like your crafting stuff go with you as you travel, which is pretty handy. And when we get to a cornerstone, I'll summon my house real quick, just to kind of show it off. They are pretty common. In fact, is that one up there? Yes, I think maybe it is. Yep. So I like this game quite a bit. I played it during beta. It's a fun game to jump into. Again, same style of game that I've been playing a lot of recently, where it's not necessarily a huge time investment. You don't have to grind forever to start doing things. So this is my house. A little bit of gardening here. These are ready to be picked. Or maybe not. Lawn grass seeds. They're not growing. Oh, well, whatever. I don't know why they're not growing. Can refill my healing items here. Training dummy just for the lulz. Portal back to the hub world. There is a self-teleport. And then crafting benches. And you can see that, there's sponges. I need to gather some water. I think that's what I need to do, is actually water those. Style savers. That lets you save the look of certain gear and just to reapply it. There's all sorts of little crafting benches. I won't get too into that right now. Instead, I'm just going to kind of wander around while we talk. It's a good game. it's not as deep as, you know, like a traditional MMO, but if you like a social game where you can kind of run out and you like to build and not get into like crazy levels of 18 button combos and stuff like that, then yeah, it works out pretty well. It does feel a little bit grindy in some aspects when, you know, you need to go gather like 100 of an item to get the next crafting bench, but honestly, I don't feel that the struggle's really there. If you have a little bit of time to devote every day, you could get whatever you want in this game pretty quickly. You can also buy real world currency, like spend real money to get their currency and kind of pay for like classes and stuff. So up in the upper right, we do see that we have a quest now. It's Slay the Death Knight. He's probably inside this building. I do need to be careful here, as I am a low-level character. I need to remember that. That's okay. I have lots of healing items, so it shouldn't be a problem. And teleport. Early game. Hopefully you guys can't hear my mouse clicking away. Early game, the difficulty is not super high, and combat is very simple. It's typically 2 buttons. I mean, even at max level, you should only have the 3 abilities in your normal attack, right? So, oh, my attack stuck on. That's great. Sorry about that, guys. Well, looks like I'm attacking for a while. Teleport, maybe that'll fix it. There we go. Alright, so we gotta find the Death Knight down here. I'm assuming he's at the bottom. That is typically the way these dungeons go. Teleport. I really like that decoy effect. That works pretty well. Ooh. Hey you. Hey you, Pikachu. Oh, that was a really, to my young mind, Hey You Pikachu was a great game. But looking back on it, it probably wasn't that good. Alright, so there's Mr. Death Knight. Oh, and his cronies. Let's try to focus on Death Knight. And, well, I don't know, maybe we should burn down his little guys. Burn down the ads. As long as I can keep these decoys going, should be okay. Heal up. There we go. Looks like he's going to be dead in no time. Yeah, it's a very cartoony kind of look. When it was announced, a lot of people were... Oh, what's this? Treasure chest. A lot of people were saying, oh, you're just ripping off Cube World, because at the time, Cube World had seen some good success. But since then, Cube World has failed to really update, so people have kind of forgotten about it. You know, it's better in the sense, in my opinion, it has more RPG elements to it, more leveling and such. Some stuff in this game is kind of confusing. The collections here is kind of, you basically unlock stuff permanently. It doesn't go into like a typical inventory, but then you do have a typical inventory as well. Very confusing in my opinion, but some people really like it. So let's equip some of this stuff. Links, listeners. Little hat, bullseye, blinder, little face thing. Wow. Well, I am a pretty fairy. I have a bullseye on my face. In the upper right, you'll also see a meter there. As you do quests, it fills that meter up, and once it gets to the maximum amount, you get 500 of their currency. Now that's not the currency you buy with real money. It's a separate currency, but can still be used to buy classes and such. So I'm gonna mine this real quick, and I'm not sure yet what my episodes are gonna be like. Like I don't really have a standard format yet. Ooh, that's nice. Primordial Flame. That's used in a lot of crafting. Like I did some Magicite on the weekend. I was gonna jump into some Magicite again, but I think for now I'm probably just gonna mix things up and play, just kind of have like casual games, and then a couple games that I play regularly. For example, I was looking at Warlords of Draenor, if you guys are following that, is still having terrible login issues. But I'm hoping that within the next few days, once those queues are fixed, for the most part, I will maybe start like a leveling series. You know, just kind of jump in and record, probably, I'm going to say, 50 to 100 episodes of me just leveling, doing some dungeons, stuff like that. Very, very casual, just kind of jump on, level. This is exactly what I'm doing. Not really edited, just me talking. Maybe throw some music to the back of that and then go. Because I figure if I really want to play Warlords, and if I really want to play Warlords, then I might as well spend my time recording at the same time. There's no problem. I can record pretty easily 60 frames in World of Warcraft. I don't see a problem with that. And I'm kind of excited to see. Apparently this is really, really, really popular. Everyone's really enjoying it. And that's great, because the last time I played seriously was Wrath of Lich King. And then Cataclysm came out, and that was kind of like, ugh. And then, Panda came out, and I played them all, but I never really enjoyed them since, Wrath of Lich King, Burning Crusade, and obviously Vanilla was where it all started as a young teen. But yeah, World of Warcraft. If you don't play World of Warcraft, don't play World of Warcraft, unless you've got some friends that do and you just want to kind of get involved in the community. It's really not a fun thing to get sucked into. At this point, I don't feel that I will really be raiding, or, I ain't got time for that. But just starting out, it's pretty easy to get sucked into it and find out that you've just spent, a month playing it like every day and realize, I no longer have a life. Though in society, it's getting more and more the norm to be, a really heavy gamer. Social gaming is crazy, and more hardcore stuff is coming out that it's becoming the norm. When World of Warcraft started, it was still a very EverQuest and UO were like the two real popular games. And it was still really frowned upon to be a gamer. You were a geek, you were a nerd. And that changed slowly and is changing more rapidly as society becomes more technological. And it's always interesting to see that. And I'm always really excited that to see what changes are coming and how society is changing. I'm not really into sociology or anything like that, but hopefully that's the right word. But it's always interesting to see that kind of thing, especially as I work in IT and a profession that would have 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, would be considered a lot nerdier than it is today. Slay the Death Knight. I think he's in this building. And now it's become more the norm. Everyone has a computer. Everyone has problems. It's becoming very normal for, even honestly, kids today can provide a pretty decent basic level of IT support just from knowledge from using it, which is great in a way. Oh, there's a dash. I should be using that. You guys are probably like, dash. I don't know if I'm going to split this into two videos. I may, depending on how far we go, how long we go. I keep forgetting to look at the clock. I think I'm going to go for another 10 minutes or so here for my introductory video. As it is, I'm saying this in all my videos, so if you're just catching one, whatever. But if you've heard me say this before, sorry. I'm going to be saying it for a while. I'm really not interested in... I see a lot of YouTubers, and even myself earlier, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have this schedule, I'm going to do all this fun stuff, and people are going to love me, yeah. and then I get so much bogged down in the, not the doing, but in the planning and the overanalyzing that it ends up being, hey, you're not actually playing the games. You're not actually just doing it and having fun like you wanted to do in the first place. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm just kind of like, jump in, play some games. If people don't like it, that's too bad. Whatever, you're gonna watch them. I watch my own videos. It's fun. I mean, I continuously go back and look at my old stuff and just try to see where I can improve, what people liked, what people didn't like. Oh, that's a lot of guys. Whoa, that was a trap. It's a trap. And, you know, this is the first time, I mean, when I was recording before, I had a roommate. I've always had somebody around nearby, which has kind of restricted me, you know, just kind of letting loose. I always had to be mindful of when I was recording, what I was recording, if I was bothering them, make sure that they know that they're not supposed to bother me. I can just record whenever I want now, whenever I'm not working. I'd love to be able to record while I am working. I mean, I think anyone would like to turn their hobby into their job, but I'm very happy with where my career is right now. So, at the end of the day, I like to shoot laser beams at these gigantic, dark Death Knights, and just see where that goes. My mouse clicking, if it's in this audio, it's like crazy loud. I'm gonna need to get a quieter mouse. Things you never think of when you're gaming normally, as opposed to when you're gonna be uploading content. You're like, my mouse is loud. I need a quiet mouse. Before, you're just like, I want the most comfortable mouse with buttons that glows. Nobody cares if your mouse glows. You just need a reliable mouse that's quiet and responsive. And here I am back to my rambling. Yeah, Trove is completely free to play, and you can get it. It's very quick download too. So even if you have a slow internet connection, feel free to try it out. Well, as long as you don't have like dial-up or something. I do live in a pretty small town. We do have good internet here though. But, oh, excuse me, go like a couple minutes outside of town and dial up for miles. Dial up for miles. Oh, gotcha. Those guys didn't even do that much damage to me. Ooh, a hollow torment. And yeah, all these masks and stuff for the most part are designed by players. So it'll actually say that. Let me blow this open and see if it says it on the next item. Magic Find is triggered. Your loot is better. Yeah, designed by Valhalla Crits. Nice. Okay, so that's 2 dungeons down. Let's go try to find another one. Maybe a more unique one. The colors on the map, by the way, are the biomes. So I'm actually going to strike out over the shallow ocean and go to that little white V island to the southeast, if you see it. We're going to head down there. I do have a mount, so I should be showing off my cute raptor Christmas mount. Yeah. He's just a quicker way to get around. So the ocean is weirdly shallow.